What's up guys? So you might be wondering, why am I sitting on the floor? And I just want to let you know that before we get into this video, this vlog is going to be a little bit different because I myself, you know, just being the terrible vlogger that I am, went on this really great, like, huge trip and experience and completely got caught in the moment and just decided not to. I mean, I did vlog, but I just didn't do it properly. And I don't know, I kind of want to like let you guys know how I felt at the time, how we were feeling at the time, and just like all the details and everything. And I just did not do a good job at showing that. So I will be showing footage of the actual process and everything and what happened. But I feel like I should also narrate from the future. So I'm basically just gonna like tell you guys what happened, like how we were feeling about everything and just the whole full story. But I'm also gonna be showing you guys like clips of what I'm talking about. So it's gonna be kind of like half story, half vlog. So for example, to start this whole story out, was about 10 o'clock on like a Sunday, or no, it was 10 o'clock on a Saturday. My friend, you guys might know him. I've collabed with him on a lot of stuff. His name is Ruben. You guys might know him as @Easy4Prez because he's been doing a lot of like shoes. He's like all over the Explore page. You guys have probably seen his like dope embroidery shoes. He basically called me at like 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday and was like, are you available to go to LA tomorrow and work on a pair of shoes for A$AP Rocky and Ian Connor? And I was already like, hell yes. But at the same time, it was like 10 o'clock. And if we were gonna go to LA, we would probably need to leave at like sometime in the AM. So I was just kind of like skeptical about it. But I was like, dude, this is like a shoe for A$AP Rocky. So of course I was gonna take the opportunity, and I did take the opportunity. So me and my friend were just like, F it, let's just go. We packed like all our stuff and literally got in the car at like 3 a.m. did not sleep at all. We got in the car and we were on our way to LA at like 3:30 in the morning, something like that. And yo, I was mad tired. It's 5:04 in the morning, about to go to LA and make some moves. So we road trip it all the way to LA, kind of sort of slept through the whole drive. We get to LA at like 10 o'clock in the morning because Ian told us to be there at 10 to pick the shoes up from him. We get to LA, we don't even have a hotel, don't even know where we're gonna stay. We just go straight to Ian's house. You know, he lets us in and we're like, all right, so like, where's the shoes? And he's like, oh, I need to go pick them up from like down the street. So he's like, you guys can go grab lunch, you know, do your thing for a little bit, and I will have the shoes in like an hour. So basically we went to go eat breakfast and just wait and chill for an hour. Just arrived in LA, about to go get some breakfast. Meet Ruben, this is my homie, partner in crime. Hey. Sean, what's good? Hey. That hour passes. We go back to Ian's house and he still doesn't have the shoes. So it's like, I want to say like 12. It was like 12 at that time. So he still doesn't have the shoes, which was totally fine. We were like, that's fine. Like, as long as, you know, you get them to us soon, because we only had 1 day to work on these shoes. Like originally when they called us, they said, you guys only have 1 day to get 3 pairs done. So we needed to knock out 3 pairs in 1 day, which is like a lot for customs because customs take a really, really long time. But yeah, so it was like 12 o'clock. We get back to his house and he still doesn't have the shoes. So he tells us to come back at 1. And then finally he texts us and he's like, oh yeah, come pick the shoes up here. By this time, it's already like maybe close to 2 o'clock. So we're already kind of like, ooh, like, this is kind of bad, I don't know, but still 2 o'clock, whatever. We still have hella time because we were planning on just like staying up all night long to finish these because, you know, it's a big deal, you know, like I would rather finish the shoes than sleep. All right guys, it's happening. We're picking up the shoes right now. They're going into that building, I guess. Oh, Ian Connor is literally walking down the street, about to hand off the shoes. You see those shoes? There it is. Oh snap. Preview. Yay! We're good, we're good. This is the base shoe we're working with today. Midnight. Nice little pair of Reeboks. All right. Doing a Midnight Studios collab on these. Hey, what is this?
Yeah, he gave us these. The homie was cool.
So yeah, basically we're gonna be putting this and this one on the shoe. So it's gonna come out super, super dope. Basically, he wants this like 3M material, but it's kind of bad. I don't think we can like paint 3M. So we're just gonna paint this silver. But yeah, these are dope. At this point, we really wanted to make some stencils because this is kind of like, okay, let me tell you, it looks like a simple, very simple custom. But if you're a customizer you might look at this and you might cringe, or you might look at this and be like, yeah, like I get what she's saying. If there's like little small details and you're making your own stencil, it's gonna be an issue. So the original design that they wanted us to do had some like really, really tiny spikes. Like it was just lettering, but it had like spikes on the side. And I immediately saw that and I was like, that's gonna be a problem. Like I knew in my mind, I was like, that's gonna be a problem, but you know what? I'm not gonna let that stop me. We went over to one of my friend's house because we needed a printer, so we just wanted to go over there to print some stencils out really quick. We're here walking the streets of LA, you know, got the shoes in hand, ready to kill it. And we're about to go make some stencils and then we're gonna head back to the hotel and freaking grind like all night, right? All night? All-nighter?
Let's get it.
All-nighter if we have to. Like these shoes are getting done tonight. Really? Alright, so just got done making the stencils. These things took literally like 4 or 5 hours to make. How many hours was that? Like 3?
I don't even know.
3 hours, but
Yeah, 3 hours.
we have our stencils.
3 hours.
We're like kind of concerned about these little stems right here, but we're gonna make it work. We got our shoes.
We got our newspaper.
We're ready to kill it. We're ready to kill the game right now. I thought that was gonna just take like 30 minutes, 20 minutes even to make those stencils, but just like measuring them and then making sure they looked good. And then we also like taped them on the shoe and tested them out and then like cut them out and really took time to make sure that the stencils were gonna fit and that the stencils were gonna be the right size. So that took like 3 hours to make, like all of those stencils. It took so much time. And keep in mind, we only had 1 day to finish these shoes. So by the time we finished, it was around 6-7 o'clock. So I was already like, oh my God, like time is of the essence here. Like the time was definitely like an issue. So we picked up some Angelus paints. We headed back to the hotel. And at that moment, it was like, I want to say like 7 o'clock, something around then. And we just like got all our stuff out and we started cutting those stencils like crazy. Like there was 3 of us. It was me, Ruben, and Ruben's friend, Sean. I went ahead and told them that we were going to do it my way. We were going to do it the way that I did kind of like the revenge custom, if you guys watched that video. But the problem was that the spikes were too small. Like I said, I knew that was going to be an issue. The spikes were too small and tracing around the spikes was like almost impossible to do with like a pencil, and it just did not come out clean at all. So we had spent hours just doing one shoe, and I was doing that shoe and I just was like in my head thinking like, this is taking way too long, and also this just is not working. So at that point, I'm not kidding you guys, it was like 2 a.m. at that point, maybe 2 a.m. and we hadn't even completed one shoe. Like literally one shoe was not even done. And while I was doing the shoe, I was thinking like, this isn't working. And I was getting scared. I was getting really scared. And I was telling them, I was like, dude, like this isn't working. I'm getting scared. I was getting frustrated. Keep in mind that we hadn't slept for like a day already. So all of us were exhausted and I just felt super hopeless at that moment. But my friend Ruben was there, and thank God he was there, because he was just like, no, Soph, like, we're not gonna give up. We're not gonna give up. We drove all the way to LA. We're gonna make this happen. This is happening. Let's go. There's a way that we can do this. He suggested that basically we were just gonna paint the panel, stick the stencil onto that, and then paint over all of that with like the original color of the shoe, which was like a cream color. Once you take the stencil off, the shoe will be the original color, but the lettering will be there. I don't know if you guys understand that. It's kind of complicated to understand, but that was the only way that it could be done. That's the way we did it, and it worked. And it took an extremely long time to do. Seems very simple, but it was already like 2 a.m. We were so tired. I'm telling you, like blood, sweat, and tears went into those shoes because it was just so time consuming. Like I can't even stress how much time we put into that. Once again, I know simple letter custom, and we would have knocked it out so fast if we had like pre-made stencils or like stencils from maybe even like my sponsor D Nice Customs. I would have ordered stencils from him for sure, but it was such short notice and we didn't have time that we had to make our own stencils. That was the problem. What time is it?
Fucking 3.
Time is 3:10. Still working. We have the wall of shoes. It's crazy, only 2 pairs. Took us like...
We started at what time?
12 hours.
It took us like literally 15 or something hours. But yeah, we haven't taken any breaks. We're like super duper tired. About to pass out doing these.
I'm about to fall asleep doing this for her.
Yeah, right?
I know.
Did we do it? Is it a wrap? Is it a wrap?
Almost.
Almost a wrap,
a wrap.
but I mean it's basically a wrap.
You send this in?
Yeah. He's asleep though, because I had him earlier.
Yeah, say it.
The workspace is officially
Pedal?
going down. Thank God we knocked it out. We ended up finishing at like 6 a.m. and it was like, man, it was just like crazy because we were just delirious at that point. Like I was just delirious. I hadn't slept the whole time. After we finished 6 a.m., definitely knocked out after that, went to sleep. And then we had to deliver the shoes to Ian the next day. The next day was delivery day. So we were really, really nervous that he wasn't gonna like the shoes because we just had no time to do them. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to deliver?
Okay.
Delivery day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Full elevator, full elevator. Party.
Ooh.
So we get to his house. We're like sitting outside waiting for him to come out, just like super, super nervous, like heart pounding, just like, I don't know what he's gonna say. And then, you know, he lets us in. Ruben shows him the shoes and he just wasn't really like saying anything. So finally Ruben's like, so what do you think? And he goes, yeah, like you guys came through. You guys came through. They're hard. Like, and that was that. He liked the shoes and we left. And after that, it was like the greatest feeling of all time. It's like that feeling when you're like studying for a final or something and then you take the final and then you're done with school and you know you did good on the final. That's like the exact feeling that I can give you. It was an amazing, amazing feeling just because so much hard work went into those shoes, so much like effort, so much like, I don't know, frustration, emotion, and like, I know this isn't really like that big of a deal. It's just like a custom that's like letters, but I'm just telling you guys, like, I don't know how to stress. This custom was hard. This custom was definitely a hard one, especially to do on such short notice and having only one day to complete all 3 pairs. It was really, really hard, and it was hard for me. It was hard for Ruben. It was hard for my friend. It was hard for everybody. So it was just a hard custom, but it was amazing to finish. It was a great, great feeling, and whew, after that, we were like, we're done. Thank God. Like, this took us so long, but it was totally worth it. That feeling after finishing something that is like super stressful is the greatest, greatest feeling of all time. And then we headed back home, and I am currently here in San Francisco, back home. It's been like about a day or 2 since that trip, and pictures have already surfaced of A$AP Rocky wearing the shoes, and man, the feeling is freaking great. Like when I saw that picture of A$AP Rocky wearing the shoes, me and my sister just started like jumping up and down, just like going crazy. Like apparently these shoes are for a show or something, South by Southwest. I'm not really sure what that is. I'm sure a lot of you guys know what it is, but I'm not really familiar with South by Southwest. But that's what they're for, which is happening today. So today is the day. We're praying, we're hoping that some more pictures are gonna surface of A$AP Rocky or Ian Connor wearing the shoes. Ian Connor put up a Snapchat of him yesterday wearing them. So I'm just gonna be sitting by my phone all day today, just waiting, just like searching hashtags. I don't even know, just super, super excited about seeing the shoes on him because like, it's so great. Like it's so crazy. So now you guys are up to date. Now you guys know everything that happened. I hope this vlog wasn't like super, super scattered and like just all over the place. I really did the best that I can. And I'm sorry that I didn't vlog everything and how we were feeling and everything at the moment. I was just so in that moment and it was just so hectic and so busy and just, I did not even think about picking the vlog camera up that much. So hopefully this makes up for it. But the vlog's not gonna end here. I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna see if any pictures are posted today. And if they are, I will definitely let you guys know. But I will check in with you guys then.
You're known as the fashion killer, so I gotta like break down your outfit right now. Tell me a little bit about what you're wearing.
A little something, a little midnight rave, you know. Midnight Reebok. Did you get those?
Get the shoes.
There you go, darling.